Hello Aries, Elsie here to do your reading for the week ahead. How are you? Happy day to you. I hope your week has been good so far. I think it's Wednesday today. I've totally lost track of days. I think it's Wednesday today as we read this, but whenever you find this reading, Aries, it is always going to be for the week ahead. So thank you very much for the ways you've been in the comments and communicating with me and with cross watchers as well. Thank you so much for all the thumbs up and the way you exchange energy with me. That's the way this works, y'all. I'm an energy reader. You don't give me your energy, I'm not reading for it, and that's just the way it is. Sorry to go all Queen of Swordsy on you, but if you will exchange energy with me, however that is for you, if it's a silent thumbs up, an emoticon in the comments, or a comment, I will take it. I just need your energy. I just need to know you're there. Okay. Here we go. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. This is for the week ahead. I'm telling you, this week ahead, there's all kinds of wild stuff coming up here, I feel. That's what it feels like, Aries. We've got fulfillment. You, my friend, in the week ahead, are going to either fulfill a dream or a dream will be fulfilled for you. Something that you've been wanting. On the full moon, you see. Yeah, the full moon's in the background. So it feels as though it's nourishing. It's abundance. So abundance covers everything. Food, housing, money, love, health. It covers everything, right? One more card. Fulfillment. Tell me about fulfillment. Freedom. You know what? That has come out quite a bit, actually. It came out in the last reading for sure. I want to say, Aries, you are the leader. Of course, you're pulling away from the pack. Everyone else is going the other way, but you're going this way. And when I see freedom, I always think George Michael. That's the song that I think. Freedom by George Michael. I feel as though this fulfillment is going to make you free. It feels like until you broke away from whoever was in your ear, which I feel are all these ones back here, it feels like you've broken away from the pack because you're about to make some sort of decision or to receive some sort of fulfillment. I think it's the moving away from the pack and getting people out of your ear that's going to help you make a decision to leave them, to leave that group behind. I think there's been too many people in your ear keeping you from your fulfillment, my friend. Too much worrying about what other people think about you. One card, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you're a cross-watcher, welcome. Thank you for watching. And if you're interested in a private read, please look below in the description. Right now, I'm running a little bit behind, so it's usually a 10-day turnaround time. But as I record this, it is a 13-day turnaround time. And it's just because of all that's been going on in the atmosphere, y'all. That's all it is. It gets hard to do personal readings. All right, transformation. I love it. It is good. It's like the momentum. It's like the momentum is gaining here. We go from, wait a second, where's my fulfillment, to maybe I'm listening to too many people in the background whisper in my ear about who I should be. And then when you take this freedom, it's the transformation that comes. So it says you use the power of love to move through illusions and shift into awareness. The power of love. Fulfillment, possibly. To move through illusions. The illusion was that these people were your friends, or these people had your best interest in heart, even if they weren't your friends. But you know, people are always going to give you their own perspective. It's never going to be your perspective. It's always going to be what they would do, what's best for them. We have some sort of a unity coming here. It says you understand that the love shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. I feel that you feel attached to someone who's at a distance. You understand that love that is shared with another is amplified and has a ripple effect across the universe. And that's true in science, y'all. Look it up. Whenever there are two particles that are identical, no matter how far they are apart, the Milky Way, when one sends a message, the other will receive it. I always when you are thinking about them, it's because they are thinking about you as well. All right. So we have transformation. It feels like you have changed. You have changed because you realize that this whole group of people was the illusion. Because it says you move through illusion. I would say you flew through illusion. That's what I would say. You broke away from the pack, my friend. One more card, please, for Aries. Going forward, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead. Aries, thank you for your beautiful energy, by the way. Thank you for all the ways that you love me on this channel, being in the comments, all your thumbs up. You're growing this tribe, and I'm grateful. Thank you. All right, what's this? We've got take time to breathe out. I would say you're holding your breath. Yeah, that's what it feels like. I feel as though there is a lot that is changing for you right now. You're transforming, you're finding new friends, or you're finding out who your friends are, or realizing that you need to break free from a certain group of people. And I think that you do because of a transformation. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's a full moon, but it is blue, and we have one coming up at the end of the month. I'm going to say, yeah, take time to breathe out tells me you're kind of holding your breath. Like there is something, I feel, the reason you broke away and the reason for the transformation is the reason that you're holding your breath. Let's find out what that is about. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Let's throw some tarot at it, see what's going on here. Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell us about Aries, please. Oops. Wow. Caught it with my elbow. There we are. Fulfillment because you've decided to drop some sort of burden. It feels as though you've been feeling burdened up to here, but I feel as though the fulfillment is here, and I think that you're realizing that you don't really have to do all the sacrificing, because it feels like you sacrificed a lot, even in your fulfillment, in order to accomplish whatever was back there, whatever was in the past. I think in the past you were very much about self-sacrifice. I think that you are dropping those burdens in order to move toward fulfillment. It's like dropping of these burdens is the realization that I deserve more. I deserve my fulfillment. We have the Page of Wands, freedom, and the Page of Wands. I love it. Freedom to speak to whoever you want. Freedom to make contact with whoever you want. It almost feels like somebody was in your ear, or a group of people were in your ear saying, don't do that. Don't do that. You're younger than this person. Maybe you are. Maybe there's a significant age difference. But this group that you've broken away from, I feel, was in your ear telling you, look, you're too young. They're too old. Maybe there is an age difference. Maybe this person isn't as planned as you. Maybe this person hasn't grown up as much as you. Maybe they're a little bit immature. Like, I feel like people have been in your ear about that. We have transformation and the Fool. Like, how beautiful is that? You use the power of love to move through illusions. This might be an illusion. The shift to awareness. Look, I think that the Page of Wands is also telling me that you are free to communicate with whomever you want. And I think your transformation is leading you to a new chapter here where you've decided that you can do whatever you want. Why are you holding your breath, Aries? What's going on here? Holding your breath, why? You're about to make a big decision. There is something, Aries, that you refuse to see. And I think we've talked about this before. I feel like there is something that you refuse to see for what it really is. And it may have been because this group of people were in your ear, right? You can make your own decisions. You're a leader. You don't have to listen to anybody. But I really do feel like you had a group of people who were telling you what to do. So I think that the reason you're holding your breath is because you're about to make a decision that's had you blocked for a very long time. Only because you refuse to see the situation for what it is. And I think you're about to make a decision here. We'll see as the cards come up. We've got the Nine of Swords. There's worry that there will be words. Worry that we can never come to an agreement on anything, that we might bump heads, that maybe that person is just someone I can't sway their opinion. And it feels like possibly harsh words, and that's the worry. Harsh words, or maybe we just can't work it out in communication. It's poor communication, right? Fives are always lack. But I think you're going to go for it anyway. I think there is somebody that you want to speak to, someone that you already know. This is in the future energy off the bottom of the deck. So there is somebody that you know. Three of Pentacles tells me you know them, friend of a friend. Maybe in the Pentacle world. Maybe you worked with them. Maybe you assisted them. Maybe you delivered something to their work on a regular basis. But there is somebody that you do have some sort of a partnership with. Someone that you think you can count on, or someone who's maybe on your team, you're on their team. You know that this person is solid, right? That you can count on them. We have the Judgment card, so I feel like you are making a really big decision here. Look at that, right? It's a huge decision. Yeah. It is. And the decision is to ask if you can have another chance. There's communication here. The Eight of Wands, and then the Star. You want to heal it. Ace of Cups is right there. Just saying. We could do the whole reading on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Let's clarify just a little bit for you, Aries. Here we go. You know, we've been reading for you, Aries, for a little bit now, and it feels like a slow roll up to this week ahead, where there's going to be a lot of action. It feels like you're about to take some action, some spontaneous action, possibly, and because the Page of Wands is that, very young and spontaneous, and doesn't make a plan, just goes with the flow. Tell me more what Aries needs to know for the week ahead, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I love the Aries energy, y'all. I would say probably at least 75% of my friends are Aries. If it's not in their sun, it's in their rising. All right. And I'm an Aries Venus. And so we have the Page of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. Page of Cups is in the reverse. There's no fulfillment here. So I think you come into the reading, I think you go into next week thinking there is no fulfillment here. It's, you know, maybe the love is unrequited. Maybe I was more physically attracted than I was attracted with the heart. It feels like you're really thinking deeply about your fulfillment and realizing what is not for you. The Page of Cups being in the reverse. Again, I say it feels like, you know, it's like being trapped in a place where you didn't want to be, a relationship, and you don't know how to tell them. It's all been with this theme of letting someone down slow, Aries. I don't know what's going on there, but it feels like you're about to make some sort of a change. I feel like you break away from the group because you know that there is a fulfillment here for you, and it doesn't depend on the group or what anyone else says. It's something you want to do. You're the one breaking free, getting some freedom here. Just listening. I'm just listening to the song Freedom, and I thought that there was some lyrics in there for you, but there might be. I mean, go take a look. I can't pick out anything particular for you at this time, but Freedom, Page of Pentacles, here it is. We've got two pages. I feel like you're going to reach out to someone and ask them out, like maybe just for coffee, or maybe it's a text that you send, you know, and I feel that you do it on the spur of the moment. I think you've been thinking about it for a while, but I think it's like you don't get up and say, okay, today's the day at 2:00, I'm going to send that text. I really believe that it's like, screw this. You pull out your phone like, you know what, I'm ready to accept whether they want it or whether they don't. I don't care if I get a no, I just need to know either way. Is this a commitment, potential for commitment or not? Because I think that's what you may be looking for. For those of you who resonate here, I think you might be looking for a commitment. It's a transformational thought. Maybe you thought you wanted to kind of just play the field and date and maybe go out for coffee, and maybe you just didn't feel like you wanted a commitment, but I think that's changed. The transformation is here. I think you've changed the way you feel about a new beginning and a commitment here. Got strength, finding the courage to exhale. One more card. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please, and the exhale. What's going on here? Tell me about this. What is Aries waiting to exhale? Because you've been overthinking it. I feel like you just need to breathe for a second. I want to say that 8 and 2 is 10. so you can breathe, okay? It's time to let the breath out. I feel like you are making a decision about something here, and you've been thinking about it nonstop. You've been trying to find the courage. I feel the courage probably comes by the end of the month. Tell me what this decision is for Aries, please. To move ahead to what makes me happy, to listen to the universe for the divine nudge, to listen to the universe for the divine nudge for whatever it is that you're waiting to hear in order to be able to move forward here. There it is. Look at that. You're making a really big decision. You want to know whether you should move forward with the person who you think has been sent for you. I really do believe that you had decisions between two, because it feels like right here you're not being fulfilled. In whatever it is that you're doing right now in terms of love, you're not being fulfilled. And I do believe the Lovers here tells me that you have a choice, and that it's time for you to make a choice that not makes this person happy. It has nothing to do with that. It's something that makes you happy. You've decided this on your own, and it's going to be something that you're going to have courage for. But I do believe that you are putting your happiness up front, and that's why the Hierophant is here. Maybe the group you're with are non-committal. Maybe they are a bunch of people who decide they want to stay single forever, and that's cool. People do it all the time and have a full life, but I don't think that's where you're at right now. Tell me what the challenge for the week ahead is for Aries, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The challenge for you is coming out of hermit mode. So it feels as though the transformation takes place there, right? You have more wisdom. I'm just looking at, we're looking at right here is where all the major arcana is, including the Wheel of Fortune, which is change in itself. I feel like you're changing your mind. You've decided to end a cycle here. We've got, like I said, the 10 and the 2. You made a decision here, and it moved the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the universe caught your vibe and said, okay, if you're ready, then let's go. I feel like there has been no conversation with this person who is the Lovers, who identifies as the Lovers here. I don't think that there has been any communication because of the Four of Cups. I just don't think you were giving your energy to anyone, but I think that exhaling here at the end of the month is going to cause a Wheel of Fortune to move forward here. There's some beautiful things coming. It's planet of Jupiter. It is change that may look intimidating on the surface, but it also is change that's beneficial for your future. It's giving up something now for something that is going to happen that's beautiful coming up. You're making changes, so you might be giving up things like, I don't want to make a decision, things like it's time to exhale. All right, we are going to go into the extended because I feel like we haven't even talked about the Page of Wands. We have the Page of Pentacles on the table here. It looks like somebody is going to reach out to somebody. We'll talk about the messages. And who is this group of people that were holding you back? And why were you allowing yourself to be held back? Transformation to me could be anything. It could be tower, could be upheaval, change. It's a change in how you feel, though, because they're talking about love. I think you want a new path in commitment here. We're going to talk all about that. We will also talk about what's on the bottom of the deck. And so we have the King of Wands. There you are, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Queen of Cups, and the Six of Swords. It feels like you're moving away, possibly from a Cancer, and taking action, moving toward the Queen of Cups, who is also Sagittarius. Not Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. So you might be moving away intuitively. Moving away from something that's become burdensome. There we go, the 10 of Wands. Okay, let's go to the extended. I will be there if you'd like to be there. And if you don't, that's fine, because I'll see you again. Because I always come back, right? Always, always, always come back. I love you guys. I'm up for now. Bye-bye.